Hey, everyone. Welcome to our Lunch and Learn today. Yes, we're back. It's us two again for a wonderful lunch and learn. And we're going to learn some stuff today about leadership, plug and play leadership for direct sales. So you network marketers out there, pay attention. You direct sellers out there, we love you, and we can't wait to share this information with you. And of course, I have the lovely and intelligent Vanessa Hunter with me, who probably knows more about leadership and network marketing than anybody I know. So I think we're going to learn some things today, and I'm excited about it. How about you, Vanessa?
I'm pretty excited, Joe. I'm excited to be here today. I'm excited about our topic. I'm excited that we're live.
Awesome. Yes. Yeah, we must share, I guess. So normally we talk about food, and I still want to know what you're having for lunch because I'm hungry right now, and I'll get to that later. But what are you having for lunch? It is a lunch and learn that we're having today, but just a quick piece of humor for you.
Behind the scenes info, right?
Exactly. So myself and Vanessa were sitting here and we were cracking up about this morning's workout, about, what we did, because both of us were looking into a mirror, and I was claiming how kind of I can't my skill set in making my hands and feet move at the same time. I'm a klutz. Okay. I got 2 left feet and a bunch of thumbs. It's just what the deal is. And we were having a fun conversation about that. And then, of course, Vanessa, go ahead, Vanessa, just tell it.
So then I was like, I did a modern dance class where we learned dance moves from the different decades. I'll just do it. I was like, Joe.
Yeah, exactly. Yes, that's what we're doing. Anyway, that was a scare because John Garrett actually posted good morning. And I'm like, has he been watching us the whole time? Because I think I just made a fun of Steve Martin and the Jerk because he couldn't quite be coordinated enough to clap his hands and move his feet at the same time. And I'm like, that's me. That's that guy. I'm that guy. Anyway, we should get on to our lunch and learn, I think.
We should. We're having too much fun this morning, having a really, really good time. Somebody is I saw it a second ago, shrimp cocktail. Gail, when can I come over for shrimp cocktail? And Tears is having cheese crackers and cherries, Rainier cherries. Yum. Egg salad sandwich. Happy lunchtime.
Oh yeah. These
John
are all
got
good.
The full story now. Yep. All right, guys.
I love it.
Here we go.
All right. Well, I'm ready to get going. And by the way, we were going to try and make this in 30 minutes, but we're 4 minutes past time, so we got to get to it.
Gee.
I know, okay. Right?
Well, at least we know that our Facebook friends are able to join us now because we've given there's a lag between our YouTube and Facebook, and for whatever reason. And so now we've given it time for the Facebook people to catch up. So that's a good one. Here we go, guys. Today's topic is plug and play leadership for direct sales. And I'm sure you're asking yourself, what does that mean? What exactly is plug and play leadership? Well, let's just go back a second and ask, what do personalized gifts in a mailbox have to do with building a direct sales business? You may have heard that question before as it relates to other businesses. But when it comes to the direct sales business, we have got it mastered in terms of being able to offer beautiful recognition pieces, team building pieces, celebration, making new contacts, and winning back customers. We've got all of those things completely dialed in, and we have people in the direct sales space using Mailbox Power right now for these very things that you see on the screen.
Yes, definitely. Yes. And I love each and every one of these. We have mastered it. It's there for you. When we said plug and play, that's kind of what we meant. Like plug and play, just add a name and that's it. And get going.
Exactly. So how will Mailbox Power help you as a leader? That's the next question. And as a leader in network marketing, you have to ask yourself, what are the things that leaders generally have to do to build or maintain their direct sales business or their network marketing business? And so top of the list, Joe.
Well, prospecting. Let me tell the business launch. That's the biggest deal, right? And we all know that this thing weighs about 5,000 pounds the minute the new person signs up, right? They can't get it off their desk. They can't make a phone call. It just doesn't work that way. So, kind of incredible. But I mean, customer onboarding. What a big deal with consistency.
Mm-hmm.
That's the deal. Business builder onboarding. Another thing that you have to be consistent about in recognition. You know what we say about that? Babies cry for it and grown men die for it. So recognition, I mean, come on, folks. We all know this as leaders in the direct sales space. And retention. Gosh, if you're not working on retaining your customers, what are you doing in business? What are you even doing here? Well, I'm glad you're here because we're going to teach you a few things. And then, of course, birthdays and anniversaries. Don't even get me going on birthdays. And I'm going to skip it right now. Celebrating milestones, another big deal, and building strong relationships. I mean, Vanessa, these are just key. Just key.
These are key. And the very top of that list was prospecting. It's getting people in the door in the first place, or in our terminology, filling up your funnel, right?
Yes.
So let's talk about that for a second so we can show a couple of examples of what we're talking about, Joe.
Yeah.
Here are two examples of postcards designed to pique interest. And we also have used our build a mailing list tool with these postcards. So I'll show you that in a moment. But these are just designed to pique interest. They put the recipient's name right on the front of the postcard. These happen to both be for the beauty industry, but you could customize a postcard to fit your industry. Just think about things that you were interested in when you got involved in whatever business you're in. What piqued your interest? That's the very first question you should be asking yourself in trying to attract other people is, what attracted me? What was the thing that piqued my interest? Was it the opportunity, the business opportunity? Was it a specific product? Was it a concept? What exactly was it that piqued my interest? And that is exactly what you should be putting on your postcards that you send out.
Yeah, I couldn't agree more. And there's something else that we really need to talk about here, Vanessa. I don't believe that most of the direct sellers understand what we're even talking about, because this is literally a hidden secret.
Yeah.
Just in case you didn't realize this, I want you to hear a few words right now. The mailbox works. It really, really works. If you want somebody's attention, you put something in their mailbox. In this day and age, it actually generates activity, and nobody knows. I feel like we're holding on to this hidden secret, and but we're trying to tell the whole world, and people are like, what? Huh? The mailbox, that old thing? No, it's true. It actually really works for prospecting, and it works because we have some other tools that go along with. It's not just a card.
Exactly. And Joe, just want to reemphasize the fact that we're using the first name merge field on the front of both of these cards. And the reason for that is when you put somebody's first name on the front of a card or on a piece of mail, the open rate, or the pay attention rate, as you will, in the case of a postcard, is 134% higher. So that is pretty amazing, and one of the reasons that we like to put the first name on there. Our mail never says "to whom it may concern" or "current resident," or any of those things that are so generic that they fail to be. They fail to capture your attention because you think, well, current resident, that could be anybody. But a piece of mail that comes to your mailbox with your name on it is going to capture your attention, if only for a second. And think about that when you're designing the back side of your card. If only for a second, it's going to capture your attention. You're going to flip it over and think, well, what is this all about? How did they get my name? Let's show you how we got your name.
Mm-hmm.
Joe, I want you to talk about this because this is this truly is one of our best kept secrets.
It really is. Okay. Did you know you could build an actual mailing list that will be laser focused on the audience that you want to talk to in the Mailbox Power System? When I say laser focused, I mean really laser focused. I don't care what attribute you want to talk about. It's probably in our list builder. You can actually build a list of people's names and addresses. Imagine you're somebody who's in a direct sales company that specializes in cosmetics or weight loss, and there's an age factor that that, hey, between the ages of 35 and 45, these are the folks that are that really, really need my product. Or gender. What if it's gender specific? I only want to talk to females. What about, there's so much here. What about interests and hobbies? You go to interests and hobbies and find out they love beauty and cosmetics, because that's a choice you can make it there. Did you know there's a choice an attribute for opportunity seekers? Do I have your attention, direct sellers? You can actually build a mailing list of opportunity seekers right in our system. You can tell how much money they make annually, their credit score even, which I don't know why you would want that. Maybe because they get on an auto order and keep making the payment, I guess. I don't know, but this is incredible. And I got to tell you, when you're using this specific tool, the leads are less than 10 cents a piece. So a list of 300 is going to cost you $30, and you can just keep sending and sending and sending to this group. And if you had a very small percentage of people who responded, the cost versus the revenue that could come from it is astronomical, and it's truly a hidden gem that we haven't really done. Vanessa, we haven't done enough talking about this. We need to have a whole lunch and learn on just building a mailing list.
We certainly do, Joe, and show some real life examples of people who have used this tool to build their business and have had great success with it. I love this tool. I think it's very, very cool. And the perfect thing, we'll get back to that in a second, but it is one of the perfect things to introduce to a new prospect because they have such a fear of rejection. So yes. Yeah. So a great way to introduce duplication in your area. Anyway, let's get on to, once you get them in the door, it's going to be all about your leadership and you as a leader in building your team. Now, some of you might be watching this saying, well, I only have a couple people on my team, so I'm not really a leader. You are to those people. You are to those people. So leadership is defined as the ability to influence and guide others towards a common goal. They're looking at you for leadership. There may be bigger leaders in the company. There may be people who they also have plugged into, perhaps someone in your upline organization is someone that you may have done a 3-way call with or something like that. So they may have plugged into higher leadership in the company, but you are their leader. They joined you. People join people. Okay. So that's an important thing to remember when you start thinking about what kind of leader you're going to be to that particular person. And that for some of us, that comes with a little bit of responsibility, right? That's a little bit of like, eek, now I'm a leader. I've defined, or you've defined me as a leader. So what do I do? And what does that mean? What does that really mean? And so in order to talk about effective leadership, I want to talk about some of the biggest obstacles to effective leadership. And Joe, you and I have talked about this type of thing very, very often because these same obstacles apply across the board to any kind of leadership, whether it's corporate, whether it's direct sales, network marketing, whatever you want to call it. Any type of leadership is going to suffer from these small pitfalls that are easy to overcome with our system. So lack of clear communication. If people don't know what you're trying to tell them, if they don't know what the directive is, then that is going to cause confusion on the team. In this case, in the direct sales business, confusion on the team or confusion within the group. Failure to establish and fortify relationships, another huge one. Focusing on performance more than relationships. This is a huge pitfall for new leaders. So if you're a new leader, listen up right here. Focusing on performance more than relationships is a pitfall, not an attribute of an effective leader. It's a pitfall. Okay, failure to involve others in the common goal, lack of a simple and duplicatable system, and using power and control instead of motivation and positive influence. So sometimes, Joe, when people are given the title of leader, they let it go to their head, right?
Yeah, they do. And, one of the other things I look at is none of us are perfect, folks.
Right.
We're not. And I guess, I look at this list and go, anybody who knows me knows that number one, I don't know why Vanessa put that there as number one, if she was poking at me or not. But anyway, I have people who help me with communication because I can be really bad. I can be good at it and I can be really bad at it at the same time. I guess all I'm trying to say is you look at this list and maybe there might be some of these things you've fallen into a little bit of a trap, but we can help get you out. And that's kind of the deal is what we're talking about here is we can help you with each one of these potential pitfalls that you may have or may not. But I'm just raising my hand and saying, hey, I can be a poor communicator at times. So anyway, calling myself out, just saying.
So I just want to say, Joe, just for the record, that's not why that was at the top of the list. It's at the top of the list because that is one of the most common things, one of the most common problems, specifically in the direct sales industry.
Right.
You're one of the great leaders who is well aware of your blind spots. And so that I would never call you out like that. Okay, so moving on. Well, I want you to think back to what your experience was when you first joined a direct sales or a network marketing company. What was your experience? And I've listed some of the things that people experience when they first join. You may have felt a little overwhelmed, like, wow, what have I gotten myself into? Right?
Yep. Oh, yeah. Oh, boy. Oh, yes. I think everybody feels that way, right? Because you're like, I don't know the product good enough. I don't know the compensation. I don't know how to, where am I sending people? What's going on? And what am I supposed to do? And boy, if you land in under a new leader that doesn't know the answers to all those questions as well, it's like, oh my goodness. Well, how do we fix that?
Exactly. Sometimes people feel like, especially after the glow wears off, like after that first little glow of, oh, I'm starting a new business and I'm excited about it. And then you actually have to go and prospect and you actually have to go and talk to people and you actually have to announce the fact that you have started this endeavor. And you may be feeling like you made a mistake. You may think, I didn't know it was going to be like this. I just got fired up about the product, or I just got fired up about this or that. Some people worry about fitting in. Is this my tribe? Is this the culture that I want to be a part of? And some people don't know where to find information. They join a company and because they don't have a great leader who helped enroll them, they're sitting there floundering and not knowing where to find key information that if they knew where to find it, it would help them be a lot more productive in those first few days. And then did you know how to get to the first rank in your company or even how to set up your website to attract other people? Were these some of the things that that you thought about when you first joined a direct sales company? And if they were, these are some of the things that we take care of at Mailbox Power if you just adopt the systems that we already have in place for building those relationships, for fortifying those relationships. So we talked about prospecting and getting people in the door, but I want to talk about once you get people in the door, what is your obligation and what are the things that you can offer to a customer and to a business builder? And I'm going to use the term business builder for distributor, representative, ambassador, whatever you call it in your company. I'm going to call it business builder as a generic term. So,
and Vanessa, you just said something that was really important that I hope everybody caught. Systems. You said systems, and systems duplicate. People don't.
Yeah.
A system can duplicate, and that's what you're looking for is a system.
Yeah. Now, if your company offers a system that covers all of this, great. That is awesome. You should plug into it for sure. Mm-hmm. But in my experience, I've yet to come across a company that offers all of this. So if there's one out there I'm not aware of, please direct message me and let me know. Anyway, on your customer onboarding, this campaign should look like sending out a card that says, hey, welcome to the team. Even a postcard that says, hey, welcome to the team. You want to teach them how to connect on social media. Most direct sales companies are on social media. They have private groups on social media. Maybe you as a leader have your own group on social media. You need to teach them how to connect with product or service information, calls, webinars, videos, web pages, special trainings, whatever there is available for them. Again, we're speaking to customers. This is customer onboarding. How to use the product or the service. They've joined you for a reason. And although you may have told them in the first place, remember, a lot of things were going through their head at that time, and they need that reinforcement of how to use the product and best practices and testimonials from other people. And you need to really reinforce their decision to purchase the product from you or the service from you. Reminders to reorder are perfect to send out, within however long this life cycle of your product is. So if you sold them something that has a life cycle of say 30 days, like a nutritional product, maybe a 30-day supply of something, you're going to make sure that a card or a postcard hits their mailbox 30 days later, reminding them to reorder that same product and asking them if you can help them with anything to do with that product. So give them enough time to use it, but make sure that you don't let too much time go by that they stop using the product before it's time to reorder. Asking for birthdays and noting their anniversary of joining the company. I am not going to steal your thunder here, Joe Kenemore. You go. You go.
I have a soapbox right here next to my desk, and it says birthdays on it. And to tell you the truth, it's the simplest thing in the world that you could do is just celebrate the lives of your customers, your business builders, and your friends. Let them know that you care on their birthday. It's really simple. It's the most cost-effective way of staying top of mind and creating better relationships. I'm going to stop right there because I could go on for another hour or two if I were allowed. But we got to stay on time today.
We do. And as a reminder to that, Joe, I know that we have a company goal of celebrating 150,000 birthdays, and we just crossed the 120,000 mark. So I'm very excited about that.
We did. And me too. I just posted a meme about it too, and I'm proud of it.
Awesome. Awesome. So another thing that you want to make sure that you include in your customer onboarding campaign is sending a message with a QR code. People really want to hear you. They want to hear from you. And you can easily drop a QR code onto a card or onto a postcard or onto one of our big giant gigagram cards. You can drop a QR code on there and simply have them scan it. And it's a message from you saying, hi, welcome to the team. I'm so glad you're here. You know, blah, blah, blah. Here's how you connect. You can do all of that with a simple QR code. So, and if you don't know how to do that, we did a lunch and learn all about how to do QR codes. So go and look for that on youtube.com/mailbox power. All right. You also want to talk about specials, promotions, any theme of the month. Sometimes companies offer themes for the customers or some special promotion for the customers. You want to talk about product partners. And when I talk about product partners, I'm talking about products that complement what they're already using. So maybe they came in using, I'm going to use essential oil, for example. Maybe they came in using a particular essential oil. That's what they purchased from you. You're going to say, hey, all of the people that use this particular XYZ oil also find this other oil to be a great benefit, and here's how you use them together. So that's product partner upselling through introducing additional products. Okay. The culture and philosophy of the company, quotes, product facts, event promotion, customer oriented events. Obviously, you're not going to invite them to business builder events that are specifically for business builders, but anything customer facing, or if they've expressed an interest in perhaps building a business, then you would invite them to that. But otherwise, keep your correspondence with them completely customer focused. Customers are the bread and butter of your business. And if you can onboard them properly and get them accustomed to the products and connect them with other like-minded people who are equally fired up about your company, then you are going to have a much, much higher retention rate and a repeat customer rate.
That's the deal. Repeat customers, please.
Yes, repeat orders, repeat orders. All right, you're also going to do all of these things for your business builders, but the exception or the addition is that you're going to also teach your business builders how to build a business. Teach them the daily method of operation. What should they be doing to build their business on a daily basis, whether they can do it daily or only on Saturdays. Teach them what they should be doing according to whatever your company says they should be doing, but teach them that daily method of operation, how to build a business and how to hit that first rank that they're going to go for. And then also share some business quotes and success and motivation quotes with them in amongst these other more tangible things that you're sharing. So with that, all that, you're sitting here like, oh, that's way too much.
Overwhelmed over here.
Overwhelmed, that's way too much. But it's not when you break it down and put it into a simple campaign like this one. This is an example of a customer onboarding campaign that's in existence right now, where somebody sets up this campaign. It's literally set it and forget it. And we offer a service for people who need help setting up campaigns. If this is not your thing, if you don't want to learn how to do this, then we offer a service, and you can just contact support and they'll point you in the right direction for someone who can help you get this done. But this is an example of a 12-touch customer onboarding campaign. This runs for 12 months. The very first card goes out immediately. As soon as that customer signs up, the rep that's using this campaign sends them that little link out of the group in the address book, sends that to them, and they automatically join that group. So that's the customer onboarding.
Hold on. Can we go back just once really quick?
Sure.
I wanted to make sure everybody really understands what we're talking about here. We kind of use the word campaign freely. And I think a lot of people may not quite understand what we're speaking to. And although Vanessa did a great job of explaining it, what's there in front of you right now are the 12 basically shipments that go out, and all you have to do is add a name to an address book group and we do the rest, which is why we called this whole thing plug and play, right? Because when the system is set up and you plug somebody's name in, we do the rest at Mailbox Power. We send out the first shipment, and the second shipment goes out 30 days later, and the third shipment goes out 30 days after that, and so on and so forth. But everything is pre-done. The messages are pre-done. If you have to change your message, you can go change card 3 if something changed in your process, in your system, or your product, or something like that. It's really, really simple to maintain once it's up and running. But really what you're looking at is a pre-designed shipment of 12 different shipments that actually answer every single question that was on the previous slides that Vanessa just talked about. Yeah. Every single thing she talked about is answered right here in this customer onboarding. So sorry, I wanted to go back to that and just kind of make sure everybody understood like how easy it really was. Like when it's done, hey, if you're a leader and you are fielding, 100 calls and texts a day, you won't be doing that with this system. You'll be adding somebody's name and it's over. Yeah, anyway.
Exactly. And adding their name, you could either do that manually or, like Joe said, send them this link and they're automatically added to this campaign. Joe, thank you for pointing that out. I tend to take it for granted. And so I appreciate you pausing on that a minute and explaining what that's all about. So here's what that looks like. Here's what that looks like to in what actually comes out with that first thing that Joe just said at the top of the list. The very first thing, as soon as they sign up, the front of the card puts their first name right on the front of the card there. It automatically goes in there because we use intuitive merge fields that are able to pick up the name from the contact and put it right on the front of the card. It is again on the inside of the card. There's a little bit of information. There's a welcome message and a little bit of information about the different ingredients in the products. You would, of course, customize this for your particular product or service. And there are a lot of them that are already available and already done for different direct sales and network marketing companies. We already have a lot of those available. So reach out if you need those. You can also look in our campaign store and in our design store for those things. And then the back of the card just has a nice message and a nice picture, and then how to get in touch with the person or the person that sent that card. This is coming directly from the sponsor. The enroller of this customer is the one that's sending this out. So we're also the same thing, the same onboarding campaign for a business builder. Now, the reason this one is only 6 touches is because at the time they were in the process of changing some of the things to do with their ranks and that type of thing. So they just did a quick 6-touch campaign. And these go out more frequently than the customer one because this is a business builder. And it's really important that this person gets all the information they need because they have a fast start bonus, because they have all these different things that they need to convey to the business builder as quickly as possible. They're sending these out a lot more frequently than that customer campaign. So
love this.
and again, this is a 6 touch. You could do a 12, a 20, a 2. You could do 1. But the point is to get something out in their hands to tell them how to connect with you and to reinforce their decision to join you. So,
and I got one more thing, just really quick. We can go stay on this slide where you're at.
Yeah.
I want everybody to just stop for a minute and think about one thing. There's always a checkbox down when you sign up for anything. And it says, I agreed to receive emails. How many of you are actually checking that box? Because and I know that probably half of your customer base isn't checking the box and they're not getting any emails and the communication with them is gone. So it's over as far as email goes. But the mailbox, everybody has one. Everybody checks it and everybody keeps their mail in their home on an average of 17 days. And everybody has a place for their mail in their home. Yeah, you just thought about the place you put it in your home, didn't you? That's exactly right. That's what the whole deal's about. Anyway, sorry.
No problem. Thank you. So we have a lot of campaigns that are already available. And some of these campaigns are just single card campaigns or a card and some brownies, or they could be multi-touch campaigns. But these are all things that are available. I'm going to show you how to install this particular, because this is called network marketing. It's also for direct sales or party plan or whatever you call your business. But you can see here, there's all kinds of congratulations, happy birthday, thank you for your first order, please come back, welcome to the team. There's all kinds of very cool cards pre-designed and ready for you to install in your Mailbox Power Pro account. So the way you do that is to go to install a campaign. This is under the campaign builder. You go to campaign builder, install a campaign, and then you select a category. And we have selected the categories that are most popular for our Mailbox Power users. So that happens to be right now, real estate, insurance, network marketing, and then there's general business. So we have people, the bulk of the people are in those categories right now. Some of the other industries are coming up very, very quickly though. So we'll probably be adding those in the not too distant future. But for this, you're going to choose network marketing. Even if you're a party plan company, even if you're a direct sales company, these will still apply to you. You'll choose network marketing and you'll be able to install all of these beautiful things right into your Mailbox Power Pro account. So Joe, the other thing, so now you've got all of these things that you've onboarded, you've prospected them, you've onboarded them, and now it's about keeping them. And one of the things that I know you love to talk about in terms of retention is...
Well, birthdays. Yes, there's birthdays. Wow. See, you knew this was coming too. So, yes, this is really simple. If you'll just stop and think about it. If you kept every single customer you've ever added, where would you be today? That's a brilliant question for all of you to ask. Mm-hmm. And if you're not keeping your customers, why? All right. Is there a perceived indifference? Did they stop making the product that they were buying? Did they move, lose their job? No telling what's going on. But I can tell you this. If you'll send them an happy anniversary, that we've been doing business. And this is all automated. I need everybody to understand. You don't have to get in our system and hand type every card. This is all automated and looks personalized, including the use of the envelope. It is incredible what you can do with your retention if you will just do these simple things. It's, the business anniversary card, never miss a birthday, send a gift, celebrate their life. And I know the half birthday, none of us have celebrated our half birthday since we were 12. But I got to tell you, my half birthday was this week and I wouldn't even have known. But I actually received half birthday cards from many friends saying happy half birthday. And that's a surprise for me. It's a surprise for anybody, but it's relationship building is what you're doing. You're building a relationship and letting someone know that they're important to you. If they're important to you, guess what? You're going to be important to them, which means if they like the product, they're going to keep buying it. They're not going to go anywhere else. They're not going to cheat on you, is what I like to say.
So again, this can be set up as a campaign. You set up a birthday campaign that can also trigger your half birthday campaign. And you just send people the link so they can fill out their address and they're automatically added to your birthday campaign. So if you take nothing else away from this, please celebrate people's birthdays that are on your team. If you do nothing else, that alone will get you, that'll make you stand out from the crowd. People just don't do it. They do it all over social media. People are wishing each other happy birthday, but who gets a physical card these days? It makes a huge difference and a massive impact on people. So here's another thing. So we're talking a lot about campaigns and pre-designed things and set it and forget it kind of things that we've been talking about up to now. But one of the things that you will probably, you can set it up as a campaign, but you're probably going to trigger it by an actual event that happens. And that is these recognition pieces. These are things that, and some of you are sitting there going, well, my company takes care of the recognition. Well, do they? They do take care of rank recognition in general. They may even take care of contest recognition or winning a special promotion or something like that in general. Often those things don't occur until your annual convention or something like that. Most of the time, companies that are recognizing rank advancements will do it a month in arrears. So the person has achieved that rank and then they don't get the certificate or the pin or whatever they get for another 4 to 6 weeks after they've achieved the rank. How would you like to be able to trigger something right away? As soon as they hit that rank, as soon as you know for sure that they hit that rank or that they sponsored their first new customer or their first business partner. Those are things the company generally doesn't recognize, sponsoring a new customer or a new business partner. They just can't do it. Generally that would be overwhelming for companies, or so they think. Whereas you can do that very, very easily. You can set up a campaign that's literally congratulations on sponsoring your first customer. And then every time somebody does that, you just add them to that campaign. And it's going to trigger and send them something, whether it's a certificate or a card or a postcard or brownies or a combination of a lot of different things. It can be any of these things, and it can be super personal. And again, it's going to make you stand out from the rest of the leaders, the so-called leaders, so that people are going to look at you and think, wow, what a fantastic leader. This person never misses a beat. They're onboarding, they're recognizing, they've got retention campaigns, they've got prospecting campaigns, they've got everything going. They're not missing a beat. How do they do it? How do they do this? That's the question that people are going to be asking. And that's what you should strive for.
Yeah, definitely. And I like to say this. I don't even remember who I heard this from. So if you said it and I heard it and I'm repeating it, please let me know, because I'd love to give you the attribute here. But what I've understood is this, that if you will recognize a behavior, it will be repeated. Mm-hmm. Let me repeat that. If you'll recognize a behavior, it will be repeated. If somebody rank advances and you recognize that, they're going to do it again. If they sponsor their first new customer and you recognize it, they're going to do it again. Their first new business partner, they're going to do it again if you'll recognize it. And I'm going to say it again, plug and play. Pick up your phone, and if you've already got them in the system, you go click, 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 and you're done. Like literally seconds, maybe 10 seconds to actually send a gift for sponsoring their first new customer, for their first new business partner, hosting their first meeting, call, or webinar. Imagine getting something in the mail. You're brand new. You're scared to death, but you actually did something and somebody recognized it. And what does that make you want to do? Ooh, I'm bulletproof. I'm doing that again.
Yeah.
That's what we're trying to accomplish here.
Exactly. So in terms of what is next, we would love to invite you to our Facebook group. It's Mailbox Power for Network Marketers. And the Facebook group is a completely no recruiting zone. In fact, you have to agree to turn people in if they try to recruit you before you even join the group. So that is where we are all sharing ideas and educating people on how to really, really build and fortify your direct sales or network marketing business, so that you can look like a rock star leader with not a whole lot of effort. All of these things that you can set up in advance. And again, if you need help with that, we do offer help with that. You can also watch any of our tutorials on our YouTube page. Again, it's youtube.com/mailbox power. We also have daily trainings on all of this stuff, daily trainings on how to get started every single day at noon Pacific time. So we have, we're offering everything we can possibly do for a couple of reasons, not the least of which is that we, Joe and I both, are extremely passionate about this industry, about network marketing, about direct sales. And we have seen where the blind spots are, where the breakdown in communication is, where people tend to drop the ball. And we want so desperately to be the glue that holds it all together, again, so that you can build your business effectively and look like a rock star at the end of it.
Agreed. And truthfully, the direct sales space, the network marketing space, whatever you want to call it, has really supported and made a great living for both Vanessa and I. I mean, our whole lives. We love it. We absolutely love it. But we have seen those pitfalls. We knew, here at Mailbox Power, what we could do to help anybody in that space. And we have done a lot of work recently. In the last 6 months, we have helped many companies kind of get set up, many leaders get set up. And really, just the regular run-of-the-mill, representative, distributor, affiliate, whatever you want to call them, it's all here for them. They can look like a rock star, even being brand new, and passively, going out and looking for new customers. That can happen here as well. It just seems like, this whole thing about this whole phone thing and people, reaching out when they get started and us being able to help them. It's such a big deal. Me and Vanessa are super passionate about this, and we'd love to help you. We'd love to find you in our groups too. We really, really would. We'd love to chat. So anyway, I think I'm done, Vanessa. How about you? We're past the mark. We went past the bottom of the hour.
We went a little over today, Joe, but I think the information was really valuable in terms of being able to just set things up once and just have it automatically send things out. I mean, you can't beat that. And that's what we offer here.
That's it. Yep. It's 2021, folks. Yep. Plug and play time. Let's do this. You should be doing it. Yep. We'd love to have you.
Real quick, share Marie's comment. Marie says, thank you, Marie. Very, very sweet of you. Can you share that, Joe?
Yes.
Amazing lunch and learn. Every direct sales leader will grow their business if they put into practice the ideas from this one session. A must watch. Thank you very much, Marie.
Yes, thank you, for sure. Yes. Yeah, really, really good stuff. It wouldn't have been as good if myself and Vanessa wouldn't have been involved in this space for all of our adult lives. So It's been amazing. And we're bringing you something new. It literally, it's it. So anyway, thank you for your time today. Thank you for really jumping in here. And I hope this was of value to you. And I hope that we get to see you around as a customer at Mailbox Power. Thank you, Vanessa. It's been awesome, awesome content. I can't wait to see everybody next week.
Yes, I'm excited. Thank you. Thanks, everyone.
Have a great day. Bye-bye.